But you are quite right. One-pointed attention is at a halfway stage between attending to 10,000 things and the dissolution of attention itself. So for there to be even one-pointed attention, there must still be attention. And attention is the stretching of awareness away from itself towards the object. So at some point, even one-pointed attention must cease so that the attention can sink back to its source. So you spontaneously and quite rightly came upon your question was, what's the true significance of mantra meditation? It came to you naturally. So to begin with, we attend to 10,000 things. Then we try to attend to the mantra. And as anyone who's tried attending to a mantra knows, you focus on the mantra for a few seconds and then it's back to thoughts. Then it's onto the mantra, then it's back to feelings, then it's onto the mantra, then it's back to sounds, etc. So there's back and forth, mantra, object, mantra, object, mantra, object. And in time, the ability to remain focused on the mantra begins to take over, and there is less and less attending to objects and more attending to the mantra. So soon there are longer periods of time attending to the mantra and less time spent attending to objects. And the mantra, of course, is not a single sound, it's a repetition of sounds. So to begin with, in order to counter attention to objects, it is necessary to repeat the mantra fast and loud, because there's so much competition. But as the competition dies down, it's no longer necessary to repeat the mantra either so rapidly or so fast, because the thoughts are not trying to jump in between every repetition. So the mantra naturally, effortlessly begins to slow down and quieten. So as the mantra slows down and quietens, occasionally there's an intruding thought. Then you maybe have to turn up the volume, increase the repetition. But in time, the mantra naturally slows and quietens. So there are gaps in between the repetition of the sound. And that, in those gaps, is the real import of mantra meditation. In other words, the real import of mantra meditation is not in mantra meditation. It is in the gaps in between. So it's a misunderstanding to think that one should remain focused in a one-pointed way on one's mantra. No, the idea in the end is for the repetitions to get further and further apart and to get quieter and quieter until they fade. Because if the mind is not attending to an object, it cannot stand. The mind can only stand, the finite mind can only stand by attending to an object. So in between these repetitions, the mind begins to sink backwards. That's what the mind is supposed to be doing. That's that's what you're really aiming at. You're not aiming to stay with one-pointed attention on the mantra. The real aim is for the attention to sink into its source. So if, as the mind is sinking into its source and you're beginning to experience the real piece of your true nature, a voice pops up and says, oh, I should be attending to my mantra, you're going in the wrong direction then. Mm-hmm. So you were quite right, and it was very good that there was a second voice overriding, and this was the voice of conscience in you. This was the voice of understanding, saying, no, don't pay attention to the mantra. The mantra has done its job. It's the thorn that was used to remove a thorn. Let it go. And then for a moment the mind vacillates. It has neither the objects of thought to attend to nor the mantra. It has nothing to hold on to. And the mind cannot stand without anything to attend to. So it begins to sink into its source. So ultimately, if one took mantra meditation far enough, it would spontaneously turn into self-abidance.
Right. Thank you.